Oh my gosh. We are back with another video? That is insane! Okay. Hey everybody, but I am making a new tier list. If you don't know, I've done two previous ones. You can check them out if you want. They're very outdated, so that's why I'm doing another one. This should be my last one. When episode 15 comes out, I'm not going to be doing another one, but I will be doing one if Loser Run comes out, and, more stuff like that. So when this one's outdated, then I'll do another one. But that should be for a long time because the last one I made was like 8+ months ago. So I'm just making it not outdated. So yeah, a few things. First things first is my opinion. This is not factual stuff, so you don't have to agree with me. But please do not hate my opinion just because you disagree. Yeah. I mean, all you gotta do is hit the dislike button. I mean, I'm not. Just don't comment your opinion is bad. And next off, the lower on the list means they're worse. So let's just say, for example, Black Panther 3 and Deadpool 2. So obviously they're not gonna be bad. But let's just say Black Panther 3 is ahead. That would mean that Deadpool 2 is worse because it worse in this case scenario. So that's that. And finally, if you want to subscribe, I would appreciate it. These videos aren't easy to make, and they could maybe you could subscribe, and you can see all other content of mine that's pretty awesome. But either way, well, now we get started with this. Starting off with bad, which I really think they're like really bad. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I would rather listen to anything else than this, and that is Pikachu. I do not like Pikachu at all. Oh, I like his character. I like the character. It's just the fact that I don't like his performance at all. He does this weird, like, it's just annoying in my opinion. It just hurts my ears. And coming up with a following of also bad would be Goofy's. A little bit better than Pikachu's. Now let me explain. The reason why Goofy is so worse on this list, like it's so bad, is because it's the same thing as Pikachu's except with lyrics. I'm not even kidding. It's the same thing over and over and over and over again, and just a continuous repeat and over again. Honestly, I feel like Goofy's could have been a lot better, but that's all I have for bad. Like, yeah. Now we have meh, which are performances. I'll be like, oh, we're listening to this now. All right. I mean, they're not bad, but they're also not like okay. See, okay's right there. So it could have been a lot better. You start off this list. I'm probably gonna go with Mickey Mouse. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with Mickey Mouse's performance, except it's really outdated and there's no background music to it. And by the way, these are the originals, so not remasters. So that's that. And also probably Groot. Yeah, Groot's is a little bit better than Mickey's. Honestly, there's a few reasons why I feel like Groot's are better than Mickey's, even though it's just I am Groot. And one of the main one is that Groot has a different reputation, if that makes sense. So instead of it being the same thing over and over again with barely any changes in it, Groot is completely changed throughout the beginning to the end. So it's something not as boring. And yeah, that's it for a meh. So now we have okay. I'm gonna start off with SpongeBob's first solo. Honestly, it's not bad. There's a lot of things that could have made it better though. For example, just music that would have really helped it, and maybe more cooler roasting instead of few lines. But on that, it's pretty good. Also in okay spot is gonna be Patrick. Patrick's first performance is pretty good. There's a few things that could have made it better. Like just in general, a lot of less stupidness. I don't know. Just it's okay. There's not too much to say about it. So yeah. Anyway, now we have okay. I feel like there should be one more person in here. That last person is going to be Joker. Joker's performance is pretty good. It's like he says, it's okay. There's a few things that could have made it better, but just wasn't there. All right, good. Now there's probably going to be a lot more in good than there is. So starting off the list with Deadshot. Honestly, it's not great. It's really it's good. It's just good. The ending is, I feel like, one of the best parts and one of the best endings in cartoon beatbox battles. But I feel like that's like one of the only good parts about the performance. So that's sort of why it's so low on this list. It could have been a lot higher, except just everything else was so bad, and then the ending was really good. So honestly, and then probably next would be Batman. I just think there's a lot of things that could have made Batman's better, like mm, probably less edgy, and also probably remove Robin and make some more original things. Other than that, it was pretty good. Pennywise solo one. Honestly, it's pretty good. Nothing. Honestly, I think it's like out of the first four performances or first eight performances in cartoon beatbox battles, this one's the best. And it's even better than some of the other episodes, and that's just explaining. It's tolerating how good it was, and plus, it's the first ever performance that's actually scary. I mean, you could say Joker's was scary; it's just more hilarious than it is scary. So, I mean, yeah. And to end off this list for good, um, ooh, crispy. I don't know. I think that's probably it. Honestly, it's not bad. That's going on with great. Starting off with the list with great, it's Darkseid. It's not. It's actually really good. There's a few things that could have made it better though, like lack of more like tune of darkness. I feel like there was a lot of just crap that Darkseid would never say. And sure, there's a lot of crap in this series that a lot of the characters wouldn't say. But I mean, Darkseid is Darkseid. He's easily to play as, and there's a lot of parts in the performance that weren't needed, and that's why it's so good. It's in the great tier list. It's in the great, but it just needs more adjustments. um, Deadpool Solo One will probably be a little bit better than the Dark Side. There's just pretty good. That yeah. And then here we go for off Sonic One. Honestly, I think Sonic 1 was pretty good. There's just a few things I feel like it could have made it better, as of like less of Supersonic. I feel like Supersonic was pretty overhyped. I really liked it. It's not like I'm saying it's bad. I really liked it, but it's the fact that it's just so much people were talking about that. There's other performers. There's a lot of like other things to talk about, like the transformational suit he wear, and also the robots. I mean, it was in Super Part, but you know what I mean. SpongeBob Solo 2 is also pretty good. Oof, oof. Oh, hold on. Okay, there we go. It was pretty great. It's all about greatness here. You know, and I think also Mario 1 should be great. It's pretty good. I honestly liked it a little bit better than Sonic's and SpongeBob 2. There's a few things that could have made it better. Thanos 1 would be also great. I feel like it's one of the best round ones. That's why it's number 2 out of round ones. And to finish off this gorgeous list here, I'm gonna put Patrick 2. Actually, no. Thanos 2, and then Patrick 2. Thanos 2, why is it in great? Honestly, actually, hold on. Thanos 1 is better than Thanos 2. Thanos 2 is really good. It's just Thanos 1 was just so much better. It's hard to really match up to his first performance. Patrick 2 was just generally really good. So, yeah. Now we have awesome. So, these performances here are just really hard to get up to. And then the first one on this list would be Black Panther 1. It's an awesome performance. It's the best round one, and I'm going to say that as my opinion. But not only do I say that, tons of other people agree with me. So I can't be the only one. So yeah. Then probably next on this list will be Deadpool 2. It's just a lot of stuff in Deadpool 2 that was pretty good that made it why it's here, and there's a lot of other performances that it doesn't really match out to. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to add Groot 2. So Groot 2 would be right after Deadpool 2. So yeah, sorry for that. Just like imagine Groot 2. Like I don't know, I don't have an error, so I can't do that. But anyways, after Groot 2 would probably be Pennywise 3. Okay, now you have to hear me out. Honestly, find Pennywise 3 really good, considering why it's an awesome. It actually really good. Like I feel like it's the worst round three performance. It's just there's a lot of things that could have made it better. Thing is, I feel like compared to his round two, it just wasn't as hyped as I want it to be. See, his round two was just so good, you can't really match out to what his round two was. So there's a lot of things in there that that could have made it so much better. So and yeah, then and then awesome. I think Sonic 2 should be an awesome because it's pretty awesome, It ends round 2 really good. Well, not really, but like it ends the round 2 one of the first performances in round 2 to end it off really good. And also as well, I like the ending part. The ending was pretty insane. It definitely makes it in the top 3. It's a little bit better than Deadshot's. And a lot of people are going to be like, "What about Sonic 1?" I really like Sonic 1's like the ending for that, but I think it's a little bit worse than Deadshot 1. So, the ending was just too much of it, and that's why it's not really an ending. It's more of just a whole patrox of stuff. So, and I think that just marks off everything in awesome. Now, starting off the list for the best, and these are the best 5. So, Black Panther 2 is like the worst out of the best. So number 5 in my opinion, it's honestly really good. It's a really hyped performance, and honestly I honestly could tell why it's so good. Patrick 3 would probably be the next one. I really liked Patrick 3. It was really catchy. It was really smart. Like, it's dumb, but obviously it was really smart for the performance. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. And then Pennywise 2 will be up next for the best. The reason why I think Pennywise 2 is really good, and honestly, I find it to be the best round 2 performance. The problem with Pennywise 2 is that it was so good that it made Pennywise 3 look really bad in comparison. Well, not really bad, but just generally a lot worse. Pennywise 2 not only had its own Scratch It that was a lot better than Thanos' Scratch It, but he also had the scariest performance, which I like to mention. Pennywise 2 nails the spot on scariness. Like, I'm talking, like, out of every Pennywise song on YouTube, Pennywise 2 is easily one of the best performances slash songs that Pennywise, like, I'm not just talking about Verbal Ace, I'm talking about everyone that has created something to do with Pennywise. Any song, Pennywise 2 from Verbal Ace is easily the best Pennywise thing that's on YouTube. That's a song. Uh, no one will make me disagree, considering how good it was. And honestly, if he just did that against Patrick, just he would have had a bigger chance of winning. And in my opinion, I would have said he would have won. So, yeah. Next one would be Black Panther 3. It's the second best solo 3 and the second best in all of CBB ness. It's pretty good. There's a few things that could have made it better. Just the lack of the ending was honestly really good. The lack of what's the word? Just basically more an originality. basically he used a lot of roasting that Deadshot sort of used. I mean, in a different way. It's hard to explain. Basically, I really liked Black Panther's performance. It really is really good. I'm talking, it's a 10 out of 10. It's a masterpiece. But the reason why it's second best is because Deadpool Solo 3 is just so good. You can't match to that level. See, a lot of characters in like places like, I don't know if you heard of YBB or anything like that. Someone's performance could be top notch. I'm talking really good, but someone just has a little bit better, and that's why they win. So your performance could be phenomenal. Like, I'm talking so good that it makes people drop their water while drinking it. It's a metaphor, but still. And someone else just a tiny bit better just stroked it up and then made in one because of that reason, or maybe didn't win, or I don't know. Basically, Black Panther 3 was so good, but Deadpool 3 just sort of just notches it up a bit, you know. So, well, that's my tier list there, except group 2, which should be right there, or in between Pennywise 3 and Deadpool 2. um But yeah, that's pretty much it. I personally think this is pretty good. I feel like it was kind of close on number the best because there's a lot of performances that I wanted to add. See, Sonic 2 and Pennywise 3 were originally going to be in the best. I was like, all right, we need to put more in awesome. Like, it was just close enough that it could sniff it. It could sniff it, but it wasn't there. Group 2 would have been the best, the awesome, out of the awesome list, but you know. Well, thank you all for watching. Eat those crispy nuggets, guys. Eat the crispy.